ladies who embroidered a block will give you a brief autobiography and the history of the building which they embroidered. The next block was embroidered by Cindy Jones. Her mother-in-law, Evelyn, will tell you about this building.
Cindy Chapman Jones was born in Livingston, Montana, March 6, 1964. She came to Hinsdale in 1978 from Saco, Montana. She is married to Charles Orville Jones, son of Harvey Lloyd and Evelyn Jones. They now reside in Mainz, Germany, where Charles is stationed in the U.S. Army. They have 2 children, Taz and Sierra. Cindy embroidered the Dray Office and Barbershop block. The Dray Office. This building on the left represents several Dray offices located in Hinsdale through the early years. It is not a copy of any of them, but is quite representative as to size and appearance. Lynn Hirsch had a Dray office located just north of the original Lannon Hotel on the west side of Main Street. Dick Harden had one in the Blankenship Land office after that went out of business. Dick Harden sold his business to Guy Seeley in 1924. Guy moved the business to a small building just north of what is now the Westrom Rosendahl Hardware, and continued business here until August Inslide purchased the lot. Guy Seeley then moved the building to the south side of the hardware and continued business here until he retired in 1965. What happened to this little building we do not know, but it is either moved or torn down in the 60s. The Barbershop. Who built this building on the right, we are not sure, but it contained many businesses through the years. Among them, and probably not in the right order, were cafes run by Mrs. Gates, Mr. Parkhurst, and John and Helen Schultz at various times. Homer Claypool was out of a job after the mercantile burned, and he purchased the barbershop from Harry Burnham. Homer moved the business to this building and continued to run it until 1940 when he sold to Ray Richter. In the early 30s, Neil Kent worked for Homer and his wife Florence ran a beauty parlor here. Cecilia's Kents had a beauty parlor here, as did Margaret Rusness and Marjorie Vogel in later years. About 1946, John McCauley bought the building from Mrs. Lannon, who owned it at this time. He hired barbers to continue the business, among them Joe Norman and Mrs. Ada Wilson. John opened a real estate office in the north half of the building and did an active business for several years. He closed the business about 1958 and sold the property to the First National Bank. The building was given to Carl Fogren if he would move it. He took it to his farm west of town and converted half of it into a garage and half into a seed corn warehouse. The lot became the parking lot for the First National Bank.